So I'm going to explain today Sony 3D Experience, because that's very much priority for Sony for 2010 and for the future. But it's quite easy to convert animated content such as this into 3D, because when it's created in CGI, it's in 3D anyway, so it's very easy to export to 3D release for cinema or for Blu-ray. Game studios, most of the studios, Activision, EA Sports, all those key houses are very interested to release 3D versions of PlayStation games, which is quite exciting. Then of course we have players, which could be PlayStation, could be Blu-ray player, and then finally display. So really the whole solution and our strengths as a company is, yes, we have hardware of course, but we also have the software part of the business to release content in 3D. So from these two cameras you have two feeds, one for left eye, one for right eye. These are then combined into a single HD frame, 1920 1080, and then this is encoded and broadcast or delivered on disc to the TV. And when the TV sees this picture, it knows that actually this is so-called side-by-side. It's an HD picture comprised of two images, one for left eye, one for right eye. And then the TV can extract from this the two eyes and then display them, in our case, using the active shutter system to be displayed on the Bravia. Excuse me, an awful lot of content, animated content released at the cinema. All of these you probably have seen or available. But again, very important that animated content is easy to convert into 3D for projection into cinema and then eventually release onto Blu-ray disc. Interestingly, Alice in Wonderland came out 2 weeks ago, and in the UK, in the first weekend alone, the 3D version of this took more money at the box office than Avatar, which is the first 3D channel in Europe, and it will go live middle of April. Combination of movies, sports, films, general entertainment in 3D. The Queen's coronation in 1953, which was filmed in 3D 57 years ago, and then they broadcast it in 3D using, in this case, the blue and yellow system. They thought 3D was only about yellow and blue funny coloured glasses, and so their expectation of quality was quite low. And then you had people who'd been to Avatar and they'd kept their 3D glasses that they'd paid €3 for and tried to watch this particular programme in the UK, and they put the glasses on and they said, actually I can't see what all the fuss is about, I can't see any 3D, because they're using the wrong type of glasses to watch 3D with a different system. My point being is there's quite a lot of confusion. The gentleman over there has blue and yellow glasses, you can get red and green glasses, you can get, here's some more, you can get pink and green glasses, and if I try and look at this with these glasses on, I don't see 3D. If I try with these glasses, I don't see 3D. If I try with those ones, then you do see depth. 25 matches filmed that Sony has will be filming with our cameras. A lot of the content will be used for promotional use. There'll be certain information, certain events taking place across the world as sort of 3D kick-off events in some of these countries to explain to the fans of football the benefit of 3D. Then of course we have the Olympics coming. The Vancouver Olympics last month was all filmed in HD. Now they're looking to move for 3D for certain types of events at the London Olympics. And by this time 3D TVs will be in sale, there'll be 3D channels and broadcast. So the momentum's coming. And finally, Astra, satellite operator in the UK, in Europe, will launch a 3D channel in the next couple of months as a kind of promotional basis. Just to mention about the 3D capability of the screens, the new lineups have a dedicated chip inside which can process 3D content, and this is why the models that we have are 3D capable. HX series here, we're calling it 3D capable because you need to use a transmitter which connects to the rear of the TV. There's one over on the table there. And this is sending a signal from the glasses. So here's the transmitter, very small thing that you can plug in. So this is sending a signal from the TV to the glasses by infrared to tell it which eye to turn on and which eye to turn off. And it's doing this sort of 200 times a second, very, very fast. On the LX series, which is this one on the right, the transmitter is built in, which is actually down here on the right hand side portion of the screen, quite large, about 10 centimetres long. Built into the TV, again the same function, and inside the box there will be 2 pairs of glasses with the LX series.
The glasses, are they battery powered?
Yes, these are, what is it, CS2 3023 watch battery.
And the user can change the battery whenever needed. Okay, so it doesn't need to buy a new pair.
No, I mean, our current figure is 100 hours. 100 hours is 50 movies, which is quite a long time. You're not going to be wearing these for 8 hours a day. If you're playing gaming, then maybe you'll be more than that. You'll be wearing quite a lot. But yeah, it's a fairly long time. And there'll be these grey glasses, and then for children there'll also be slightly smaller glasses for the small shaped heads in different colours. So in that case, it's sort of a pink and a blue. We're using 200 frames a second, and so in the case of the plasma solution, which is only using 100 frames a second, you won't be able to use their glasses with our screen or our glasses with their screen, because it's a different refresh rate. In the case of other competitors who are also using 200 Hertz, yes, it's a similar kind of technology, similar refresh rate, but we have some intelligence in terms of the 3D transmitter communication, which is dedicated to our screens. So you have to use the Sony glasses with the Sony screen as the infrared's at a specific frequency, which may be different to a competitor. Another important point is 1.4 pass-through, because imagine you've got a 3D player and you want to enjoy the sound that Guido was talking about through all your AV systems and then connect it in series to your TV. The problem is that you need to be able to pass through the video content in 3D and also the control signals from the players to the TV. So this is why the new audio lineup has so-called 3D pass-through, which means you can connect player to audio device and then the video output from the audio device directly to the TV. Funny story is that we went there a few weeks ago and they had a prototype, and the guy said, well, the glasses, we can't seem to be getting the synchronization from the glasses, 3D's not working. And what they've done is here, they put a little sign to say, prototype not for sale. But what they didn't know was that actually behind that was a 3D transmitter, because it's built into the TV. Oh, I can't get it to work. So I moved this little sign over to that sign, and it worked. And we were standing probably 10 to 15 metres away from the TV, and you could still get the synchronisation. In fact, I walked out of the shop into the shopping mall with the 3D glasses on. You could still see in the distance the 3D. That's the synchronisation in the transmitter. A little bit about that actually. Yes, the viewing angle of the TV is 178 or so degrees, but for 3D you're limited to the angle of the transmitter, which is about 130 degrees from the centre. But distance, 5 to 10 metres, can still work quite nicely. We have a Sony website now devoted to 3D, and if you go on there, sony.dk, there's a link to the 3D site, which contains a lot more information on the technology and different parts of Sony, from professional all the way through to consumer. Yes, so that's basically about it.